Hey yo, it's the good. It's your boy Super Kev. Welcome to another episode of Super Kev Livecast Season 4. We on YouTube, baby. For those of you new to the page, welcome to the hottest to-do list show on the internet. If it's not, your job is to let me know who got it so that I can like, comment, share, and subscribe all over their content the same way I ask y'all to press the like button, to share the content, to subscribe, and all of that good stuff right here with Super Kev. All right, and welcome to episode, I believe 102. I'm trying to do that without looking, but y'all know it's only 2 seconds before I look at the to-do list. Anyways, and this episode represents February 24th, 2022. So yes, I'm 2 days behind, and I was just like, yeah, we ain't never going more than 2 days behind on these shows because this is kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? But I told y'all 365 episodes in 365 days. So days I give you 0, other days you gotta mess around and get 2, maybe 3. It is what it is. But definitely wanna shout out all the love out there. And for those of you who be talking trash about my iPhone 6, my headphones and my boombox, they don't got wires. All right, so fall back. Now we definitely using these, but this is my lunchbox, by the way. I don't know if y'all could tell, but that's my lunchbox. So, anyways, thought that would put a smile on somebody's face. Also to remind y'all, anyone who is looking at my shirt and it's like, I know what that is. Yeah, it's your boy, Super Kev, and I'm a world-class audio engineer. You will find that out. But for those of you who have been around, know what I'm about. So run up those, you feel me? Run up that business. Make sure that y'all are hitting me up if you need someone to mix and master. And no, I ain't free no more. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, enough of the self-promotion. Let's get what y'all came here for. All right. So the first thing on the list is we have a giveaway at 130 subscribers on YouTube. All right. We are at 139. No, that's wrong. Hold on. Let me fix that. My bad. The next giveaway is at 145. All right. 145 subscribers is the next giveaway. And we are at 139. All right. So I apologize for that. Next, shoot the date. Now, why do I shoot the date every day? It's because it's therapeutic. This is the hottest to-do list show. Now, some of y'all are mad at me because you're like, we only want y'all to talk about money. Okay, but you gotta make sure your mind is right as you're chasing the money. So they did not teach this in school, so I use my small little platform to provide information like this. And today's simple lesson is one I love to repeat, which is how to aim. If you look at this pistol, right here is like a 1, and then back here there's a bunch of 2s. So it's like 2, 2, and then a 1. Your job is to take all of those 2s with the 1, line them up with your target. All right, that's what we're going to do today. And we're going to aim for the 24. We always load our pistol in a safe position. And since I made y'all wait, let's load 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? Let's really have some fun with it. Okay, let's see if we can get the 24 today. Smacked it. And now let's hit it again. 2 for 2 today, baby. That means it's going to be a good episode, all right? So, next question is, what state is in the house? Shout out to the 24 states that the Super Kev Livecast Season 4 has reached. And you can see on the map, on the wall, every time another state shows that love, we color it in, all right? And then, what continent is in the building? Super Kev Livecast Season 4 has hit 4 continents so far. All right, 102 episodes in, we hit 4 continents. I'll take it. So we waiting on Asia and we're waiting on Africa. All right, and I know we're gonna get there because why wouldn't you want to tune into the hottest to-do list show on the internet? You feel me? Okay, next, the local weather report. It was 28 degrees, which sucks. Now, why do I mention the weather? This is an excuse for me to say rest in peace, Professor, and so that I can carry on her tradition and to remind everybody out there in the world, be safe out there. Okay, now the next part of the to-do list, all right, are all health related. It could be mental health, physical health, or emotional health. All right. Even though some of the ones I said above can count for that, but this is when it's like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. So for those of you following along in the description box, these are the ones that say 0 out of 7. Okay. All right. So the first thing is drink warm lemon water. Now, this episode represents Thursday, so we already have a check mark there. This lemon water represents Saturday. All right. Okay, but bouncing back in time. I know that's gonna make somebody smile out there in the world. Make my bed. Again, I don't have a choice because my bed becomes my desk. But the reason why it's on the list is because when I was battling depression, I did not make my bed. And so I remind I use my story to remind y'all out there that if you are battling depression, write your tasks down and make them happen. And then when you do get something done, put a check mark there. It'll make you feel better. All right. Next thing on the list, listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony. I write that down because as a content creator, I spend so much time, or I should say, I invest a lot of my available time supporting other content creators. And now, because there are a plethora of content creators out there, one that I support and two that are coming up and deserve support, I have found myself listening to way more content than I was listening to music. And so I just had to bring it back and say, you know what? It's going to be 2 times in the day that I won't have my headphones on and we're going to just play Bone Thugs and Harmony. And so I've added that. I think it works. I've been feeling a little bit better. And so I wrote it down, put check marks there, and I share that with y'all. Next, bottle of water number 2. Y'all know I drink 5 or 6 bottles a day of water before I drink any alcohol, except on Sundays. Sundays I be wilding. But 6 out of 7 days, 6 bottles before you ever think I'm gonna take a sip. So I write it down again, put a check mark there. I hope that's inspiring somebody out there in the world. Also, every day I pop a vitamin. All right, breakfast. If you've been following along, y'all know I got a squad of people that have been helping me out with breakfast. And make sure y'all tune into tomorrow's episode so I can show y'all what we're gonna do with that unspent breakfast money. Okie doke. All right, next thing on the list is bottle of water 3, 4, and 5. Check, check, check. Brush my teeth and use mouthwash. Check. Cut my nails. Now, there was an X there. I'm gonna change it to a check mark because I didn't want to show up to this live until I did that. Such a small task, but it wasn't done until it got done. But now we can put the check mark there. We get to smile right here on the show, baby. I really like getting things done. Okay, lunch. I ate something on Thursday. Call Detroit. I called Detroit on Thursday. Now I'm not sure if I spoke to him on Friday though, but we're gonna call him on Saturday. Okay, I digress, but we back. Smoke break. Shout out my man who left me a bag. Y'all know that I'm unemployed right now, so I do not waste any hard-earned money allegedly, supposedly on marijuana. But you know what I'm saying? I got good credit in the street, so people be hooking me up. So shout out to the people who be sharing with me. So yeah, I was able to smoke, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we out here. And I might have some more, allegedly, supposedly, hypothetically. I don't know. Okay, glass of wine. I was wet that day. Pause. Dinner. I ate enough, and I'm. There's no way I could wake up in the middle of the night without taking a nap. So that's a check mark. Now, shout out to the pretty girl from across the pond that says that you watching. Welcome. I owe y'all a few lives. I'm gonna try to catch up by the end of this week. Now, can I get a 17 in the chat so we can get into the 7 forms of income talk? But before we get into them individually, there are 3 things that I speak about every episode that can relate to any of the 7, which is why I just said drop a 17. So the first one is download app updates via Wi-Fi. So if you have a smartphone, shout out my iPhone 7, by the way. If you have a smartphone, you definitely want to consider using Wi-Fi when downloading your updates if you're already paying Wi-Fi or if you're at a place that has available Wi-Fi. And that is so you don't use all of your high-speed data, and hopefully that could potentially save you some money on your bill. I remember a penny saved is a penny earned. And shout out to that 17, by the way. You always make sure the show is lit. We appreciate you very, very much. The next one is, well, I skipped one, so let's go back. Bill tracking note. The next bill is due on the 24th, and there's a check mark there because I did pay it in time. So, boom. Now, for me, I have 7 different to-do lists at this point in my development of the show. So obviously I check it every day, but you don't need 7 different lists, right? Because I also have one document that tells me when the bills are due, and then when I pay them, I put a check mark there, copy it, and put next month's date. And then if it doesn't have a check, that means I didn't pay for it. So that's just how I do it. You can pay your bills however you see fit, but make sure you get your bills paid on time. Make sure you're trying to build that good credit for future generations. If credit is something that you're into, again, I don't see why you would not be. If you've been following my show, my unemployed ass is at like basically a 740 credit score. We got a lot of available credit. Better be learning something from the Kev. However, this is not certified public accounting advice. This is all entertainment purposes only. All right, let me get a 1 in the chat so I can remind y'all that I'm unemployed. But there is one thing I do every day, kind of, sort of, allegedly. And since I know the 1 is on the way because the pretty girl from across the pond, she makes sure like she make the show as lit as I try to make it. You know what I'm saying? So the 1's on the way. And income number 1 is earned income. So exchanging your time for money. There it is. See, she did her part. Let me do mine. Exchanging your time for money. Now, the key to income 1 is the 65-25-10 rule if you have bills, or no, let me say that again. 65-25-10 rule if you are not financially free. And then if you are financially independent, you can follow the 50-30-20 rule. All right. The biggest number corresponds to investments. The middle number is bills, and the last number is wants, aka nigga shit. So with 65% investments, I also highly recommend, again, this is not financial advice, this is all entertainment purposes only. I'm just putting you on the game that I do for me, my son, my family, and a couple babies, you know what I'm saying? And that is 65% of your money should be investments. And of the 100% of your money, I would recommend putting 10% right into income number 3. We'll talk about that when we get there today. So if 10% of your check goes to your savings, 55% is the rest of your investments. As we become more financially literate, you'll have a better idea of what to invest in to become successful. You got 25% bills, and then 10% you get to do whatever the fuck you want. If 10% ain't big enough, go and get more money, because you could take 10% of anything. And the bigger the number, the bigger your 10% is going to be. The ratio will be the same, but the amount cannot be. But I can't get too mathy before I lose some followers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you can't tell by now, I majored in mathematics, so I love math. But we're going to do it for y'all. And so what I'm going to emphasize today is that when you buy food, you can really put food into any of the 3 categories. You can argue that food is an investment. If it's a healthy food, you're investing in your health and your well-being. You could look at food as a bill. It's something you have to buy, so fuck it, it's a bill. Or you can look at it as, damn, I just want that shit. I don't need it. It's gonna make me fucking fat, but it's gonna put a smile on my motherfucking goddamn face. So I'm gonna buy that shit. So those are the three places you can drop food when it comes to your 65, 25, 10. Shout out Super Mommy, by the way. And so for me, I put food in my bills category. If I buy food, it's coming out of 25% of my check. Now, if you've been paying attention to my show, you know I haven't bought food in a long time, right? Between Super Mommy and the people that have been hooking me up, I'm living off of old, you know what I'm saying? So you already know, and I can't wait. The next episode, we're going to invest the money I did not spend on food, and we're going to invest it in those 12 same stocks I showed y'all about, which is why I got to rush through this episode so I could do that on the next episode. You know what I'm saying? So look out for all of that. I can't wait. All right. The next thing is, let me get a 2 in the chat so that we could talk about profit income or business income. All right. Now, since the 2 is on the way, let me jump into it. Remember, the key to income one is the 65, 25, 10 rule. All right. Now, if your bills are already paid, see the 2 is on the way. I like this positive, Kev, by the way. When your bills are already paid, all the money you make from your second job, side hustle, you could do whatever the F you want with it. Think about it, right? Like, if your bills cost $5,000 a month and then you're making 20,000 from your first job, do you think it's gonna matter if you make minimum wage from your second? No, you can do whatever you want with that. I don't even know what minimum wage is, but I bet you if you don't have any bills, minimum wage is lit. I bet you. I'm not saying that's what our max is. For some people, it might be. For me, I'm chasing 10 million if you've been paying attention to the show. And imagine if you can do whatever you want with your second job's money. That's why the key to income one is a 65, 25, 10 rule. Now, income two could be either business income or profit income, depending on who you talk to. The way I break it down is if you are working for somebody else, I would consider that a profit income. If you want to work for yourself, I would consider that a business income. Either way, you ain't talking profits or businesses until you follow the 65, 25, 10 rule. Notice I keep repeating these for a reason. All right. I'm trying to drill it into your head so that you totally understand it. And that's why I say the same things every episode for the 3 or 4 people in the world who's going to binge watch my shows. You'll notice I'm repeating it. And that is so that even when you're sleeping, you're thinking about it. And that way it becomes a lifestyle. All right. That's the point. So the more people out there who are financially literate, the more hope our black babies have at having a great future. But if we're going to continue to graduate public school, learn nothing about finances, get thrown into jobs, we got college loans, bills, and then we got rent, and then you get what? Maybe an hour a day to enjoy life? That ain't it. That's not life. I don't agree with that. I don't support that. I want my son to live way better than that, which is why I'm showing up and showing out 365 consecutive episodes, and we're going to keep talking about it. All right. So for me, I do attempt at both. I work for other people when they hire me, and then I run my own business. It's not as financially successful as my talent suggests, but we're gonna keep chipping away at it until we get there. All right. So the first one I want to talk to y'all about is chasing bread overnight, allegedly, supposedly, hypothetically. And then if I ever step out the crib, I'm documenting the hours and allocating the funds appropriately. Now, let's just say if I got paid, this is where my money would go. All right. So I'm just reading off to you what I would do with the money I do be touching. 55% bills. All right. Now, the reason why I say 55 instead of the 65, because I know somebody in there is going to be like, well, you just said 65. That is because I already said 10% of all money touched this year is going straight to the savings account. So if 65% is investments, me putting money into my savings account is also an investment. So 55 plus 10 equals 65. All right. So there you have it. For those of you challenging my math prowess. which is something you probably might never want to do in your life. But I know someone out there who don't really know me thought about that. So there you have it. 25% debt repayment. So y'all know I owe Mama Mia some money. So we're going to talk about her in a moment because she's next on the list after this section. And then 10% of my side money goes to my T-Mobile bill so that I can continue to show up live with y'all. So let's sip this water to the fact that that's what I be doing. All right, so that's how I break down one of my side hustles. My man's go, yo, what's good, nee? All right, the next thing, send Mama Mia's money to Venmo. I owe her big bread. So every Thursday, I ship some of the money I got over to make sure that I could pay her back. And we trying to pay her back by her birthday. So, you know what I'm saying? We trying to make sure, like, it's a good birthday for her. Plus the interest, because, you know, when I borrow money, I pay it back with interest the same way. If I loan money out, I'd be like, yo, pay me back with interest. My man said, did you get it this morning? I got it. I don't think it was all of it, though. But, yeah, I got it. Good looks. You know what I'm saying? Shout out you. All right. But the next thing on the list, my fault, I be moving my fingers and the list just be moving on me. All right. The next thing is um eRewards, which is a survey app. So remember, I came into the year with $223.75 worth. Bro, that was all with interest. Then I think you forgot a couple loans that I gave you then. But let's not talk about that here. Everything you just said was allegedly and supposedly. Yo, we'll talk when I see you, dog. Funny how you talking about interest. Yeah, I was because I'm on the section of my notes in which I owe a chick big interest. You know what I'm saying? What you and I got going on, we could talk about that one. When and if I see you. If and when I see you. Whatever. But the interest I'm talking about, that shit, nigga. Big bread, nigga. So yeah, just do me a favor. I put my phone on do not disturb, so just send me a message when you hear, and then I can, you know how that goes. Just send me the message, be like, yo, I'm outside. Got you, whatever. But back to business though. Again, this is the hottest to-do list show, and we live. So if you want to talk to the Kev, I really be out here, dog. Like we out here. So shout out to my man for showing that support in the comments. We need more people like him, more people like the pretty girl from across the pond, and more people like my man from Texas. Every time he show up, I gotta shoot the state of Texas, man. My man, I love the love that I be getting. Let's crack Texas right now. Y'all think I can crack Texas without looking? Nah, I can't do that yet. I gotta at least look. Now I'm already aimed. Bang, there it goes. All right. Anyways, back to business though. We be having too much fun. All right. I believe I was saying I came in this year with $223.75, and this represents the 55th day of the year. All right, so more flowers for the Kevin, you know what I'm saying? And I am at $111.75. That means at the time of this recording, because once this recording's over, I gotta lose my average, but we're gonna flex as long as we can flex with it. And that is I have hit 2x. All right, there's 55 days in this year so far, and I'm going for $1 a day. But I said if I can, I'll hit 2. So if you've been binge watching the show, this is one of them days where my average is 2x. So we are going to take 2 baby sips of the water. By the way, there's no liquor in here, so we just sipping on water. By the way, but shout out to the fact that that's one of the goals we was talking about and we hit. So I like to brag when I hit goals. I don't know about y'all. Fetch rewards. I don't know if this number's right, but the number I got written last, so I'll just read it. I don't care. Is 7,771 points. Now, Fetch Rewards, you get points just for taking pictures of receipts. Y'all are wilding if you ain't doing it. I'm gonna drop my link below, but I don't know if y'all are smart enough to take advantage yet, honestly, because ain't nobody used it yet. Or you guys beat me to it and you're already in. If that's the case, then I got to catch up to y'all. You are already. Okay, Get Upside, a cashback reward program if you use a debit or a credit card at participating gas stations, convenience stores, or restaurants. Me, I'm the gas station man. All right. So if you have more than $10, you may cash out without a penalty to your bank account. I do not send mine to my bank account. I send mine to PayPal. Why? So that I can invest in cryptocurrency right from my PayPal account. So at the time of writing these notes, $23.82. Now, I'm telling y'all straight up, on Monday the 28th, I will transfer that money so that it could be there by Tuesday, March 1st, because the first Tuesday of the month is when we invest in cryptocurrency. So on Tuesday, March 1st, 2022, I am going to take at least $23.82. It might be more. And we're going to invest in Bitcoin Cash. And y'all know I'm going to take the screenshot and report on it. If you've been following my Instagram, the stuff I talk about in this show, I post it on Instagram. So if you're like, hey, I don't want to watch you for an hour, you talk too much, blah, 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 cool. Just go straight to the Instagram, use the hashtag, there you go. All right. But we definitely trying to make these moves. And we're going to be consistent and we're going to do it for 12 months. And then we're going to review the old episode with the new episode or the last episode and see if it was worth it. And then if not, we'll make adjustments for the 23. Y'all like how that sounds? I do. All right. And then last thing with the income tools is that while I'm already at the gas station, double dipping with a get upside receipt, which I also use for fetch rewards. So we double dipping until they stop me. Shoot, I'm just putting y'all onto game. All right. So when y'all are like, oh, it's only $20, it's $20 with the double dip, baby. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, you gotta do the double dipping dance. Take a sip to the double dip. Ah, all right. Anyways, all right. I guess y'all wasn't feeling my dance because ain't nobody you know what I'm saying? Nobody's watching no more. So forget that. Yo, let me get a three in the chat. Let me get a three in the chat because for the first time we get to talk about passive income. All right. Incomes one and two are active. You gotta show up. Like even if you have two jobs, you gotta show up to the first job, then you gotta show up to the second job, right? So people who work two jobs will be working like 16 hours a day, something like that. That means they gotta show up. Well, let's talk about how we can start making our money make money for us. All right. That's where incomes 3 through 7 come into play. Now, the reason why it's 3 through 7 is because you can't make no money work for you if you ain't got no money. That's why you got to go out and make money. All right, straight up. So now we took 10% of our check and where did we put it? You know what? Super Kev trivia time. If you've been paying attention, where did we put 10% of our check? Well, it's going to get interactive now. What's the word? Do you remember? Ah, you know what? We're gonna see what answer comes in, but I gotta keep it pushing. One day the answers are gonna be flying in, but it's just me and a pretty girl from across the pond right now, so I'm saying. But the correct answer is we put 10% in our savings account. Now, I know some people are like, yo, I only work in cash, this and that. The significance of a savings account, if you can get one, is that we are putting 10% of our check in there with an end goal of 12 months worth of bills. So if your bills are 5,000, because I think that was the example I gave earlier, $5,000 times 12 months would be $60,000 for the year. Now, your job, if you have $5,000 bills per month, is to take 10% of your check from now until you get there. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to feel bad that you didn't do this before. The whole point of me repeating these every episode is like, yo, whenever you hear this information is when you can begin. All right. So you put 10% of your check in, all right, and then you make it to 60,000. Now remember that 60,000 is gonna make some interest off of the bank. Now, I know the bank ain't gonna give you that much money. However, the peace of mind that you have, the fact that it's liquid, and the fact that the bank is giving you anything, I think there's value to that. All right. Now, for me, I'm doing that. I put 10% of my check in there. But then when I enter the stock market and day trade, I consider that income number three because I'm loaning out the money to this company for one day. And then I hope that by the time the market closes, that I am in a higher position financially. So when I day trade, I consider day trades as income three. Now, the reason why I say day trades are income threes and not income ones, all right, because I know that's also a great point for anyone thinking it, is my income, excuse me, my day trades come from the future of investing. I have a computer that tells me what stock to buy and what number to enter at. So I don't do research with graphs as much as I used to because I got the computer. Like, come on, dog, like, whatever. So that's why I put it in my income number three. I just had to clarify that for y'all. Also, my weekly options, all right, a lot of them come from, you know what I'm saying? One of my algos is what we'll call it. And so I know what stock to buy. When it's option time, I definitely look at the graph. And then I put the money in there on a Monday. By Friday, I want my money back plus interest. All right. And then last, cryptocurrencies that are not offering interest. I consider those income number threes. And I'm on the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu wave. There's not a suggestion to buy, hold, or sell the stocks. It's all entertainment purposes only. All right. Now, the point of today's live is income four. So we're going to skip that until we get there. And so can I get a 5 in the chat? Let me get a 5 so we could talk about rental income. Now, what I can say is that income 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all collateral with the bank when it's time to go chase income number 5. All right, that's another reason why order matters in this game. Okie doke. So now I know the 5's on the way. Rental income. Notice I ain't got nothing for you because I don't own any real estate. I do got these real estate books. You know what I'm saying? I do got the real estate stocks we're gonna invest in next episode. So definitely tune into that so you can see how I got creative with it. But we working on it, and as soon as I own a property, you guys will know because y'all know I'm a show off. Shit. All right. While I'm waiting for the 5 to clear the pond, let's see if the 6 is on its way. Let me get a 6 so we could talk about capital gains. All right, shoot. I think I should put on another chain every time I say capital gains. So I should bring 2 chains out. How y'all like that idea? Something different. I don't know. What chain is this? You got stuck. I fucked up. Oh shit. I got chains getting stuck now and shit. Well, it's a live show, so y'all can wait for me to take this out. Oh, they go to 6. 6 is here. All right. Yeah, we gonna grab another chain when I start talking about that. So, capital gains are when you invest in something and then it accumulates in value over time. Then you sell it. Now, anytime you sell some shit in the United States of America, at least make sure you pay your motherfucking goddamn taxes on them capital gains. All right. Shit, don't be saying, "Oh, Super Kev told me to sell." No, he didn't. He said sell and pay your taxes. Last time your neck was hurting. Yo, last time I wore all of them. We're not wearing all of them. I picked one. All right. Yeah. Yeah. If I put on too many chains, they do be hurting, but I got a lot. All right. So that's what we're gonna do. Because the reason why I bring the chains out is because I bought these years ago. First off, I bought it using scholarship money, so that's the cheat code. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that we still got it, it's still shining enough, I definitely got to clean it. But whatever, man, we live. You know what I'm saying? Just reminding you before you start flexing. All right, I ain't gonna put on more than 2. Yo, I actually thought about wearing another chain today with my speaker on it because I got a like y'all know I fix music. This is my music shirt, and so I'm like, damn, I should put that on. But that shit's heavy. So I'm mentally like not ready to get there. I'm over here like, damn, maybe next week I might have to hit the gym just so my neck could be strong. Pause, you know what I'm saying? Because shit, wearing all these capital gains, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, um, let's get back to what I'm really flexing about, which is capital gains, right? So shout out to the fact that I got this with scholarship money. Um, you should have loved the t-shirt. So then that means I did the right thing. You get to see the t-shirt, and then next week I'll wear some basic shirt and then put the speaker there. That's how we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you know, it's kind of hard to try to come up with 365 outfits without spending no money. I'm unemployed and shit. I'm over here getting creative. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I digress. So y'all see that jewelry is a great income number 6. As a matter of fact, buying gold and silver bars is probably a better investment, right? Because with jewelry, they charge you for the labor that it requires to make such art. But, you know, moving forward, I'm just buying gold bricks, silver blocks, whatever. I don't know how they come, but that's what we getting. Now, gold is good because they use gold inside your cell phones. That's why I believe they like to take your cell phone back. All right, because there's some gold in there. It's like gold mine. Silver is great for solar panels, and then platinum is used in catalytic converters on rocket ships. So you can see those 3 precious metals, great capital gains. Cribs is a great capital gain. Like if you can buy real estate or land, property, those are great. Just notice this is income 6. So before you're in a position to just buy a home and sell a home, you probably want to rent your home out and get paid every month. But you buy a home, my fault, my fault. That was a 10 o'clock alarm. If you buy a crib now, land in gold, yo, that's all I'm coming for. Like at the end of the day, when I tell you, yo, I want $10 million, yo, bro, that's all ancillary. I'm here for the property and I'm here for the gold, straight up. All right, don't get it twisted. Yeah, we dibble and dabble in the stock market a lot. We cryptocurrency a lot. I run a couple businesses. They ain't making no money, but we outside. Yo, land and gold. That's what we're here for. That's my ultimate point. Now, it's hard to just buy a crib and sell a crib. That's why we rent it out first, right? But if you can buy a house now and then rent it out for 30 years, make your little rental incomes, but then 30 years from now sell that crib, more than likely you can sell it for more than what you bought it for. All right? And that's why this is income 6. It's hard to just buy a house and sit on it. Like, oh, I just bought this house for $250,000 and I'm just not going to do nothing with it for 30 years. A lot of us don't have that type of money. If you can, I would not stop you. But if you cannot, that's why we have the other 4 forms of income, 5 to be precise, that are going to build our portfolios to the point where we can just start rolling up to people and buying their properties cash, which is what I'm going to do. So when I tell y'all I'm running a whole school, you can see that the 7 forms of income is going to be within my school. All right. I believe I told y'all this, so it's not like a secret. Think about it. All right. We got, I could show up and be an employee at my own school, right? I believe so. Why not? Put myself on the budget and I'm in there. Side hustles, I could teach any of my extracurriculars as a side hustle at that school. Now, y'all know I'm really good at saving money these days. So that school would have its own savings account that I would run. Shout out to my body pillow. Shit, I might mess around and hug that shit right now. All right, stocks. Yo, you already see how we invest in these real estate stocks. I would go grab 12 educational stocks and do the same thing. um Rent property to students. Hold that thought. Rental property, my school I'm trying to have some great restaurants in my school. I would try to have them rent out their businesses in my facility so that my kids is eating fresh food twice a day, but they paying me rent to be there. mm. Now I don't have to charge my kids rent because I'm already charging them tuition. That's like the same thing, right? Now the capital gains at the school, that one I would have to think about, as far as how I would do that, because I'm the type to buy gold with that money and then flip that gold. I ain't even gonna front. And then income 7 is going to be when I write my math book and then I teach a math curriculum from my own book that I'm charging kids to buy. It sounds a lot like a college, don't it? But shout out to Super Kev High. That's what we working on. And when y'all send y'all's donations, that's what you're contributing to. You're helping that get off the ground faster. All right. So I appreciate all the donations. And when you watch this episode over, if you're like, wow, that's what he's doing, and I want to support that, think about it. If my show could reach every person in the world, all right, and every person can average $1 donation, that's like $6.5 billion. And y'all already know me, I understand the power of one. So when people send $1, when we got one person watching right now, I appreciate that, because one become two, two become four, four become eight, and you could double like that. All right, don't get me started with my math skills. Shit, I keep doubling this motherfucker. Oh, and if you don't know how to double, just go look up Nintendos and PlayStations. They double for you. Anyway, I be having too much fun. Uh, so for me, all right, we'll resume that conversation in another episode. For me, I also like toys. I buy a lot of toys. Like I got a lot of toy guns. You know what I'm saying? I already showed y'all this one, so just know I got toy guns. You know what I'm saying? We got, what the hell is this? Exclusive Dragon Zord Pops. You know what I'm saying? Black and gold edition. What else we got? Let me grab one more toy just because I like toys. Let's grab some shit, nigga. Hey, fuck is this? Look at this. Look at my cell phone holder. Shout out Miles Morales, cell phone holder. That's the charger, but I don't be charging with it. So, whatever. But yeah, this thing holds my, well, it actually holds my iPod Touch. Old school, original one. Shit, the battery's dead. But anyways, yeah, we got a lot of toys if you can't tell. So, me, I like toys. I understand their value. So, for me, it's a good capital gain investment. And then last, let me make this very clear before we move on from capital gains. Notice the first 5 forms of income have the word income on them. Earned income, profit or business income, interest income, dividend income, rental income. Number 6 just says capital gains, because once you sell something, you don't own it anymore. You can't, like, if you have this book, The Complete Idiot's Guide to Money for Teens. So let's give the author a shout out. Who the fuck wrote this? Shout out Susan Shelley, by the way. All right. If you have this book and you bought it for $12.95, and then you sell it for a profit, let's say you sell it for $13, you better pay your taxes on that 5 cents. Don't play no games. You don't own this book anymore. Once you sell it, it's gone. That's why it's not called an income. It don't keep coming in. Income coming in. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, I want to make this very clear that if you're talking about income number 6, once you sell it, it is gone. All right? That's another reason why it is so far down the list. Because one, you gotta wait for the time to accumulate its value. And then 2, during that time, you probably got bills and responsibilities and children and loved ones and you name it. So it's hard to just buy a house for $250,000 and sit on it for 30 years. You might need that $250,000 in 30 years. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure in 30 years, some people don't even make that much. So it's hard to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna just buy this and sit on it, chill. But if you can afford it, which is why we use the first 5 forms of income, you know what I'm saying? Now it's a different story. All right. And then let me get that 7 in the chat and let's talk about making future money. Told you this is the hottest to-do list show on the internet. Shout out to the pretty girl from across the pond who liked my shirt. I'm glad you like my shirt. This is what my computer looks like when I engineer music. And I told you I'm gonna win a Grammy and a Pensado Award. That's real talk. Shout out to the 3 people watching. 7th sign, you already know. All right, just because you did that, we're gonna hit a busy note. This This has been my favorite Busy Bone song over the last like 2 weeks. I've been singing this on repeat. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. It's jumping so we can just start busting. All right, there you go. You want to put 7 sign? I got you. I don't know nothing. It's jumping so we can just start busting. Snitches, you got too much discussion and you gonna die. Oh, why? Oh, why? Oh, why? All right, there you go. So, income 7 is getting paid in the future for something you've done in the past. All right. Well, shout out to the fact that the other episode ended. That means this episode is longer than that one. So let's go last week. Let's go 2 weeks ago. What happened 2 weeks ago? All right. I had the Dutch Rebel shirt on. All right. Shout out Dutch Rebel, by the way. There you go. That was 2 weeks ago. All right. If you didn't know by now, on Thursdays, I try to only show Thursday episodes on repeat. And I try to do that for all of the corresponding 7 days. I told you we showing up 7 days in a row. I had to make these episodes interesting. Anyways, I digress. Back to business. Episode 7. Income 7 is royalty income getting paid in the future for something you've done in the past. Now, once again, let's review this because I don't have to rush right now per se. So I could go through this, right? Incomes 1 and 2 are active. You have to show up to get that money. Incomes 3 through 7 are passive. You'll get paid in the, or what's the better way to describe it? Your money is making money for you, right? Your money becomes your little workers. I don't know, whatever. I'll get better definitions next episode. But income 3 is your interest income, and you already have a plan. You want 12 months worth of savings in that savings account before you complain. Cool. Dividend income, if you've been following my show, is it Thursdays? Yes, sir. And today is a Thursday episode. So every Thursday I've been dropping stocks for y'all to buy. Some of them do give dividends. And then every Friday, I told you we got creative in the real estate market. Some of those stocks is giving dividends. So all you gotta do is stay till the end of this episode, I guess, and then tune into the next episode. Actually, I just really lied to y'all. If you don't want to stay to the end, all you gotta do is go to my Instagram and you'll see that I already posted it. All right. So the key is that incomes 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all collateral with the bank when it's time to get a mortgage. Now, how does that work? Your income 1, let's say you work a 9 to 5, you get what is called a W-2, I think, at the end of the year, right? Y'all know I'm unemployed. I don't get those no more, but I used to get those. Then your income 2, you can prove it almost. There's so many ways you could prove to the bank that you have a second form of income. One thing I will say is that if you add money to your bank account, you can use that as well. So let's say you have one of your side businesses that you don't report on your taxes yet, generating magic number 5,000 a month, and the money goes to your bank account. You can tell the bank, hey, look, every month I'm bringing in 5,000, and then you can use that as collateral. The other thing you should have is a document that tells you how much your business is generating, which will be proof anyways. All right. Now, the reason why I say you can use all of those is because you still got to end up reporting it to the taxes at the end of the year. The thing is, if you want a loan from the bank now and you got 3 months worth of, I got a business that's booming, they're going to believe you if you could prove to them via the bank account statement. That's why I be rocking with banks. That's why I got good credit. Even though I be unemployed and still got good credit out here. That's why I be talking so heavy, because I'm like, yo, I must be doing something right if I'm unemployed with a 740 credit score. We're going to sip to that. Even though this is water, we sipping to that. Income 3 is where you put 10% into a savings account. And you already know banks rock out with other banks. Like as soon as you show them, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And if you made more than $10 in interest, I think you're going to receive a 1099. Is it a 1099T? It's one of them 1099s. I don't know. Somebody will correct me in the comments later on in life. Now, when you enter the stock market and do the same thing, you can use your stock portfolio as proof, because at the end of the year they offer you like a 1099I or whatever. I don't remember the different one. 1099S for stocks, I don't remember. Or maybe 1099D for dividends. I can't remember right now. But you got to use those as well on your taxes. But then you can use all 4 of those as collateral with the bank to go get a mortgage. Why they don't teach this in school, I don't fucking know. But that's why I don't want to teach in schools no more. I'm building my own shit. All right. So anyways, now income 5 is rental income. I'm not there yet, so I don't really speak too much about it. My homeowners will let us know in the comments what they're willing to teach. All right, the ones who can teach, because we all know, like, if you have certain certifications, you can't talk. Me, I'm unemployed, uncertified. I mean, I got bartender certification, but that ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about over here. And then I my teaching license might be or will be expired, so I don't want to hear them say I can't talk about this. And then you can't take my diploma away in mathematics. What? All right, enough of the what is it, self-proclaimed? I don't know the big words. I majored in math. All right. Next, the next thing is income six. We spoke about that in depth, but remember, you probably want to make money off the property via rentals before you could just sit on it and sell it. But if you can sit on something and sell it, come on, we got to go do that. And now it is time to get paid in the future for something we've done in the past. Now you see why income seven is number seven. All right. Now, there's a few income sevens that I want to address since I got time. And number one is to my rappers. Shout out all the rappers out there. But most rappers, including the old me, good thing I'm super now, but a lot of rappers have skipped incomes one, two, three, four, five, and six, and they want their album to be booming in the future. I'm glad I'm educated, and I hope you're learning something from me. But how can we focus on income number seven if you didn't address incomes one, two, three, four, five, and six? You might want to watch this episode. Now, income seven in a music sense would be you put your music on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, sorry, and YouTube. Let's say you put your music there. You gotta wait for people to appreciate the greatness of it and play it on repeat and then share it with their friends and then bump it at the clubs and then smoke big blunts to them before you'll really get paid for it. Now, does that mean it's not a good song? I will never say that. I'm sitting on like 8-year-old, 9-year-old songs that when I drop them, you're gonna be like, why you didn't drop these 8 years ago? And I'm gonna say because I had to learn about this financial literacy. I had to make sure I was straight. I had to get my business right. I had to learn how to mix and master on my own. Why you think I got a shirt like this? That's one of my favorite shirts. I had to do a lot, but I'm also setting it up for the future generations of black babies to not have to go through as much as I had to go through. My school will have a music program. Can you believe I'm one of the best musicians in the world and I never took music in school? Well, I took it in like third grade. I played the recorder so I could play hot cross buns. But that's it. That's a fucking damn shame that I'm one of the best writers in the world. I'm great at engineering beats. My math skills are elite, and they never said, hey, let's give him music class. Why do you think I'm building a school? I'm so mad at how they disrespected my education. I'm coming to prevent the next future black genius from dealing with the bullshit I had to deal with. All right. But enough of the rants. Back to the business. So if you make a nice song, you're not getting paid for that song today per se. As a matter of fact, you probably had to invest in it. You probably had to buy the beat, a capital gained beat. You get what I'm saying? You had to invest your time and show up to the studio and rap that, sing that over and over until it was right. Sit there with the engineer until it's right. All of that stuff, right? So that you can get income seven. All right, so that's getting paid in the future. For those of you who say I want to write a book, you're writing a book for the future, right? You writing a book, then someone has to read it. Hopefully, you can get influencers to read it, and then that'll make you can accelerate the process and stuff. But you want people to read it and then sell it for you, right? You want people to be like, yo, you gotta buy this book, bro. Like, shh, yo, Susan Shelley, you need her book, bro. That's what we need. All right. So I hope I did a good job explaining income seven. But now let's talk to y'all about my income sevens. Because if you can't tell by now, I don't really have issues with incomes one through six minus five, right? Because I have a firm grasp on five of the seven forms of income. Rental is coming real soon. Shit. Somebody tell unemployment, send that 20 racks. I'll go buy a crib right now, nigga. Them niggas playing games with your boy. But anyways, we do got the real estate stocks, so I'm good over there too. And my income seven is where I'm putting in my focus this year. All right. That's why we started the YouTube show before the new year. I didn't want to wait until the new year to start. I was just like, man, we're going to get this shit started. I think we started on November 9th. And then I was like, I'm going 365 days. Boom. Now, if you watch the first episode, or if you watch my Instagram when I posted 100th episode appreciation post, you'll notice it was darker. The TV wasn't on in the back. There was no map. I didn't have a rotation, like a closed rotation that was set in stone. Yo, we did a lot of stuff from November until now. And we're going to continue to grow. And then eventually people are going to be like, you know what, the show is lit. Then they're going to press like, then they're going to comment, then they're going to subscribe. Then I'm going to eventually get paid one day. And another thing is, pay attention. I say the same things every episode, so that new followers don't get overwhelmed and say, damn, I need to listen to all of those hours. No, you can just pull up right now, start listening, and then if you have any questions while I'm live, you put them in the comments, and I got you. If not, I still answer after the fact. I'm always on one of my phones, because my phones be on Wi-Fi, by the way. Don't think I got mad phones with mad numbers. You know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of old-ass phones with Wi-Fi. I'll at your boy. Anyways, so when I post Selfie Thursday IG posts, that's getting the traffic on my Instagram page. Now, what are my Instagram goals? I told y'all. Well, first off, let me admit that I've been overwhelmed this week, so I still owe y'all the 4,000th song. Tonight might be a good day to prioritize it. At 5,000 followers, I'm gonna shoot my first music video, and then 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, and 9,000 followers. Subsequently, same thing. And then at 10,000 followers, I'm dropping my album. All right, straight up. So I'm using my social media as a way to attract fans who are eventually going to like me enough and emotionally enough attached to me and my work that they'll pay for it. All right. But I got to post every day. I got to make sure, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of work. Get the hashtags booming. Make sure this picture looks cool. Make sure this picture is different than that picture. It's a lot of work, but eventually it'll pay off. And I understand that. All right. Another thing, Throwback Thursday IG post. I put a check mark there. So, oh, you know what? I think the fact that I posted the 100 episode, that I counted that as a throwback. So that's a check mark. Select next week's post. I always got next week's post. I got folders organized by date with numbers on them too. 1 out of 7, 2 out of 7, 3 out of 7. All my stuff's organized. Hey, yo, fuck you to any bitch ass nigga out there who truly believes I'm not an organized person. You're a pussy and you suck dick. And every time you said I was unorganized, you hurt me. And all I ever did was be more organized and shit on you. Because I was organized before you said that. I was organized since, and you ain't shit. So suck a dick. All right, back to business. Okay, record the live. Here we are. The lives are another form of income 7, right? Because when I post these on YouTube, eventually, they won't be on Facebook no more. Eventually, you will have to watch me on YouTube just so I can run up them hours, run up the views. Again, we'll talk about them in a second. But when people realize, yo, his show is actually hot, they're going to be sending in the donations, and then the endorsement deals are going to be on the way. And people will trust me when I say my affiliate link is in the comment section below. All right, like when I talk about Fold Lolly and the other one, which we will get to, so I don't have to give it away right now. It's when y'all trust me that I'll be able to get paid off of that too. All right. Now, I'm telling y'all, I'm smoking y'all in that race, but let's finish this section, I guess. All right. Record the live. Brush my teeth with the whitening. All right. Let me know if it's working. You know what I'm saying? And then charge the iWatch. So we charging right now. Download the live, upload the live. Those are all things I got to do so that I can get one more subscriber, one more view, one more comment, one more person to press like. All right. But when that happens, eventually I'll get paid. And let me tell you something else. I know a lot of people are not going to press the like button, not going to press the share button, not going to press the comment button or the subscribe button until everyone else does it. Now, y'all know me. I've been a leader my whole life, so I don't wait to see what's trending. Shoot, usually when something's trending, I go the opposite direction. I'm just one of them niggas. But I know how this game works. All right. People have showed me love later in life, my whole life, which is why we're putting out the content now. And then it'll get appreciated whenever the fuck it gets appreciated. And then if it don't get appreciated while I'm alive, the people who miss me when I'm gone will have too much information and videos and content to go watch over when they're like, oh my God, we miss Super Kev. All right, well, go watch the show. You would have realized I had the content. I've been had it. All right. So shout out to the people who showing love now. Shout out to the people who will get this content later in life. Now they'll get it faster if y'all start sharing and pressing like and subscribing like the pretty girl from across the pond. But in due time. All right. Next, the YouTube monetization stats. In the last 28 days, I had 802 views. So shout out to the 802 people watching. Mostly it's me. You see, I be watching my own show in the background until y'all run up the numbers even more. 57.9 hours in the last 28 days. I need 4,000 to get paid. So run up them hours. All right. And if you really like what I got going on, run my shows. You can just play my whole playlist on repeat, loop it in the background on one of your old ass iPods, which is what I be doing. All right. And then the sub count is 139 subs. All right. Subscribers on YouTube. So if you like this content, if you think what I got going on is something good for our babies, yo, that's where you show your support by pressing like and pressing subscribe, two things that are free. Now, for those of you who take it a step further and go from a subscriber to a superscriber or a supporter to a super porter, that's when y'all hit the PayPal or Cash App links, but you don't have to. I notice whether I get paid or not, I try to show up on average every day. Keyword on average, because when I be tired, I be just like, damn. And the fact that I have to chase money in the middle of the night doesn't make it any easier. So you can see I'm trying to become financially independent. So I can just continue to give y'all this content, baby. Y'all already know. I can't imagine having that extra 6 hours every day. Shit, I would never be late. Anyways, we speaking that into existence, and we have the financial discipline along with the literacy to make that happen, and it will happen. And for those of you who've been supporting since day one, you will see it. All right. Just know this show is not going to stay in my mother's freaking bedroom. Don't worry if I pay rent or not. This show ain't staying here. All right. Okay. Now let's get the 4 in the chat and let's bring this episode home. All right. Let me get a 4 in the chat. Okay, my fault. I know the 4 is on the way because the 2 people watching right now gotta be 2 super porters. So I expect 2 4s actually. I'm being selfish. And income 4 is dividend income. All right. So you invest in, let's say the simplest one is in the stock market, and they'll pay you for owning shares of the company. That's a simple way, right? So if you buy Nike stock, they'll pay you some pennies. I believe they pay once a year. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. It's not financial advice. This is just entertainment purposes only. So if you invest in them, they'll pay you once a year for it. Now, you can get creative with the dividends. I On previous stock talks with Super Kev, I've told y'all, like, if you invest in Cisco, Microsoft, Apple, those 3 companies give 4 dividends a year, and they all happen on different months. So if you just wanted a dividend portfolio, you could just invest in those 3, and then boom, you can invest in 12 stocks that give dividends once a month and work like that. You can get very creative in the dividend market. I told y'all, you got to watch my Friday episode, how I'm getting creative with the real estate stocks, but some of those stocks give dividends. All right. But actually, I'll tell y'all which stocks get later because I'm going to drag it out, I guess. Clickbait y'all. Now I'm just playing. The first thing is before we talk about actual companies, let's talk about 3 Bitcoin mining apps. So this is not the same as them scammers who pull up in your inbox talking about hi or hello, and then have you ever did Bitcoin mining? Like, I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about you press a button and you take your little pennies and you go about your little day. That's what I'm talking about. So Fold is a Bitcoin mining app in which you click the button once every 20 hours. That is it. I will be dropping my affiliate link in the comment section below. And I believe if you click it, I might be able to get some like $5 or whatever the hell they giving. But that's not the point of why I'm sharing this information. I'm sharing it so that you can have it straight up. And in Fold, I'm at 10,020 Satoshis. That is only $3.56 at the time of writing this. But guess what? That's more money than I had before. And if you got zero, I got infinitely more than you. Shout out to my calculus people who know what I just said. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I still do know calculus. Ooh, I should wear that shirt tomorrow since I'm on one. I should rash that fucking. I should wear that shirt. Can you believe that there was a teacher that said I don't know calculus, yet I graduated with a diploma in mathematics from Northeastern University? Yeah, we should cook that motherfucker tomorrow. All right, Lolly, a Bitcoin mining app in which you click it once between 9 a.m. and 9 a.m. One of the reasons why I showed up a little late today was I waited for that, just so that alarm wouldn't interrupt me. So now, Lolly, I'm at 97,080 Satoshis, which is approximately $41.03. Now, you take that $41 and add it to that basically 350, and we talking about $45 basically. Mmm. Mmm. Now I'm kind of liking the direction of this. And then last, Smiles, Bitcoin mining app for walking. Yes, walking. So when you see me at the gym losing weight, I'm double dipping because I'm looking better for my future music videos that's going to get me more views. Then I'm also getting paid at the moment because my iWatch is popping. And god damn it, if y'all ain't paying attention to what the fuck I'm saying, yo, god damn it, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. All right. Over there, we got 853 Satoshis. I got 30 cents for being in a gym in which I've already been at. I would have been there for free. Man, holla at your motherfucker goddamn boy. All right. Now, a few more things. Thursday's weekly investments. Now, I already posted this because before I was doing this show, season 4 edition, I already posted every Thursday. So I'm going to read off the stocks that I invested in, but I'll let you look at my Instagram to see how much I put into those companies. I think that's a good way to do it. And the companies are Zebra Technologies, Lululemon, Globus Medical, Spotify, Union Pacific, DocuSign, New York Times, Nvidia, Zscaler, Airbnb, Snowflake, Shopify, Confluent, and hold on, two more. Vertex Pharmaceuticals, and then ASML Holding. I don't even know, whatever. Yo, those are the stocks that I invested in. All right. Straight up, go to my Instagram if you want to see that. And if you catch this episode later on in life, all you got to do is catch the um, newer one. All right. Because I post that one every week. Now, the one thing I want to make clear about it is there are a few stocks that you might hear on Thursday and Friday. That means I invest in them twice for two different purposes. So I believe Nvidia and Airbnb you'll hear um, twice this week. All right, because I already know y'all know which stocks I have to invest in every Friday. The Thursday ones they change based on, you know what I'm saying. There you go. All right, and so you can also look up hashtag SuperKev stocks of the week. Yep, SuperKev stocks of the week, all one word with the hashtag. If you are just interested in that, if you don't want to be overwhelmed by my um, Instagram, because there's a lot going on. Because I report on all 7 forms of income on there, not just stocks. But for those of you who just like stocks, I got the hashtag set up for you, baby. Come on, I'm already one step ahead of y'all. All right, income of the day links in the comment section. So if you like what you're hearing and you're like, damn, let me get into that, I'm gonna drop them. And then last, no, actually, I'll flip these. So let me just go into the main topic real quick since it's a stock day. And my man Harv Heavy say I don't like to talk about stocks. So I wanted to make sure that I said this. All right. So the main topic is one sentence. I don't really got much for you, but red means go and green means stop. All right. So in the stock market, if your portfolio is a lot of red or the graph is going down, but you know you have good long-term companies, that's when you would buy more. And then If you notice, like, whatever investment you made is just ripping, that is when you would want to chill out on adding more money to it and then let the rip do what it do. Have your rolling stop loss if you understand. That was a little advanced technique. We'll elaborate on that another time. And then when the market corrects itself, that's when you can get back in. All right. So red means go, green means stop. I also made a meme about that, but I had to repeat that to y'all today. All right. Because with everything going on with the mandates and whatever happened at that airport internationally, it's affected. Oh, and the bond market plus the rising interest rates, that got a lot of people shook. So I think that line is perfect. Red means go, green means stop. All right. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the live to anybody watching. All right. And this is one of the newer things I've added. And that is one question with the Kev. So I'm going to set a 1 minute timer and let's see if anybody wants to call in. If no one calls in, we'll just call it a show. You know what I'm saying? But I want to make sure that you guys have an opportunity to call in and say what you want to say, because when I be watching other people's shows, I like calling in and I be talking to them. So I'm like, when people can't call me, like, I ain't bougie. Shoot, we out here. All right. So, and of course, you don't have to. I just want to make sure I provided the safe space when I have time. If I don't have time, obviously I'll have to pass it. But, you know what I'm saying? I already owe y'all another live. I owe y'all 2 more lives after this one today. So, shoot, 3 more if I add the sports show. Shit. That's why I don't like having to go to work. Going to work is weak. Be cutting into my ability to produce great content. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cancel. All right. So on that note, it's your boy Super Kev. As long as I'm a live, there will be a live. And a sneak preview into the next episode is that I don't believe I bought any food this week. And the one thing I did buy to drink, I made my mom pay for it. So we got all $51 to invest in the next episode. Make sure y'all tune in to see that. I can't wait. Now, real quick, I did not do it yet. So that means we will be, and see, there's only one there, not the one with the white. So that means we will be doing it live on the next episode together. And since it's the weekend already, it won't clear until Monday. That gives my hashtag team replay crew a chance to get it at the same price I got it at. All right. So now I really got to run on. On that note, it's your boy Super Kev. As long as I'm a live, there will be a live. You already know what it is. I love all the support. And last thing is, if you made it this far in the episode and you support what we got going on, feel free to donate to the Cash App or the PayPal links. I will have them pinned in the comment section below. Yo, I love all the love. I can't wait to see y'all. You already know what it is. I love y'all. Peace, more cool. I missed. So that means y'all get like 2 more seconds. I love y'all. Peace, more cool.